I helped teach a kindergarten class at Dickinson Elementary for the Grand Prairie Independent School District. Our Dr. Grissom came into one of my classes, I believe my history class, and talked to us about the service learning project that she had going on. Thought it was a good idea just to get some background. I want to become a teacher, so to get some background, and I saw the actual Dallas Independent School Districts or Grand Prairie Independent School Districts that you can go and do some extra service learning in. And so I figured I would do that before I got on to my actual student teaching later on in my degree. There's a broad field of different activities or different places that you can go and volunteer at, depending on what you want to do, what kind of certificate or degree or master's or whatever you want to do. There's such a broad field of what you can go and volunteer at, and it's such a great experience. I'm not really positive now. I kind of wanted to do high school so I could coach. I've been very athletic my entire life, but doing the kindergartners, it gave me a little bit different perspective on the little kids, and coaching really is kind of iffy now. Like I really like the little ones now.
I love helping children. Plus, I just started learning myself. So I've been in someone for about 2 months. So I said, well, if I can learn it, then I can teach somebody else. Because then anybody teach me until, I asked. This whole semester, actually, I've been working with the young girls, teaching them how to sew. It gives you a chance to get involved with the community, actually. With children, or even with anything else that you like to do. So yes, I would recommend it. Anything that makes you look pretty, they was happy.
I enrolled in a speech class in Mountain View College, and that's what the class was, volunteering somewhere. And the flyer or newspaper announced Charlton Hospital. When I saw that name, I knew I had to be here. When you plan to come as a volunteer, you think, oh, I'm going to help somebody. That's going to be good for them. But you know what, at the end, I was the most benefited. I have been in a unit where I have contact with doctors, with nurses, with all professionals from lab, from every department, and it has given me the opportunity that I needed to enlarge my vocabulary in medical terminology and with professionals, and also to help and aid in an area where it's so needed, like this unit. Because I had been a nurse before, I was able to learn real quick the routine. And so everyone has said, you have been the volunteer that really learned and became, involved, absorbed the whole routine. And so for me, it's very great. It feels so good to be able to do something that I like and that I can be of help to someone. The unit can get wild in a second. There's no patience, it's quiet, but in a second, you can have 5, 6 admissions and at the same time 2 discharges, and so the shark needs to be cared for, the patient needs to be taken downstairs, and I have had the opportunity to do just what I like, and I love it.
It's like they're tearing down a work of art for what? To build some condo or something. It isn't fair. These people with the money, they have all the power.
God, the first time I came here, I don't know, I was about 3 years old, but I was too young to really realize what was going on, and I started crying during intermission. My dad had to take me out, but it started something.
We're not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen. I will stand here as long as I have to and get as many people as I have to on my side. That's right.
I think it's ridiculous to tear down something that's so important. Thousands of people have been here. Thousands of people performed here.
It's sad. It's really sad, It's like somebody's attacking your grandmother. This theater's part of our heritage. It's part of who we are.
It's like there's not any culture left. People go to McDonald's, these down high-rise buildings everywhere. It's business, business, business. Money. That's the factor of money.
Enough people can say, Stamp, we don't care how much money you have, the Palace is staying. We need more people out here just like we are to support this theater.
The controversy over the Palace Theater centers around this man, multimillionaire Ronald Stamp, who recently purchased the Palace and announced his intention to demolish the site and turn it into yet another commercial property.
forget it. There's going to be people all over him. You know, I don't think he ever got any love as a child. Otherwise, he wouldn't be such a...
A leader must look like a leader, walk like a leader, and talk like a leader.
You certainly do that, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Of course, I'm dying to see the new materials for my new clothes. May I see them now, please?
But what you have on is quite handsome, Your Majesty. That was very good in the parade.
Well, what I have on? You don't seem to understand about image. In this day and age, a man becomes emperor and remains emperor because of his image. I must have dazzling new clothes for my public parade. That comes first. The very best in the land.
What have you woven? Your own clothes?
Clothes do not make the man. In some kingdoms they do. These people of my court. Well, certainly. These are all intelligent people who like their job. So let us see this new cloth. At once, Your Majesty. Please remove the screen.
Oh, my. Lovely.
But I can't.
I'm amazed. Quite dazzling, I must say.
Only a fool would say otherwise. You find it truly outstanding, do you not, Your Majesty? Oh, yes, sir. Outstanding. Is there something wrong with my eyes? If I say I can't see it, they'll think I'm stupid. I'd better pretend to see it. Yeah. Gentlemen, the Emperor's new clothes. Perfectly clear.
Visions of Excellence provided an opportunity to know colleagues from across the district. Having friends across the district means I have new resources and new ways of looking at things. Not every college does things the same way. I also gained a knowledge of and awareness of many different types of teaching strategies. I use some of those in my classrooms when I find out that students have different needs. Some of the ones that I use frequently are pairing and sharing, where I have students get into pairs and explain difficult concepts to each other. I use the Cross-Angelo assessments frequently, and that was one of the sessions that we had. Those assessments give a quick method for determining what the students know and being able to provide feedback. At the community college, I'm energized by the students. Each student is unique. I think that the most important part of teaching is to really care about each student, and students really are aware of that. Knowing their names, being able to give little words of encouragement can be very powerful, because words are powerful. I try to learn from mistakes. When students struggle, I look for new ways to help them. For instance, I had students that were not doing cell diagrams very well on tests. Should be the easiest concept, and I had them get into pairs and draw the cells in lecture, and I found that the test scores went up.
We'd like to congratulate Dr. Sarah Hutchings on her award for Visions of Excellence. We're so proud of her and so glad to have her in our division. Sarah is magic in the classroom. She is absolutely exemplary of what a good instructor should be, and she's an innovator in technology. In fact, she has written oodles of curriculum. She has been a conference presenter, and she has been selected as having one of the exemplary syllabi in the state of Texas, for which we're very, very proud of her.
She's a good teacher. She knows what she's talking about. She's very, very smart. So she helps me out.
She's very engaging, and she makes the teaching fun so that we can learn all these difficult concepts in biology.
She's awesome. She's cool. She's really, I don't know.
She's energetic.
I don't know. She is really energetic.
She's enthusiastic.
She's really energetic. She's enthusiastic.
I like how she gets the whole class involved and stuff, and she actually makes us learn stuff instead of just reading the notes to us. She explains it.
She keeps us involved, engaged, a lot of demonstrations.
I agree with her.
We're also called homologous chromosomes. What are we going to do? Crossing over. Is this okay to cross over elbow to elbow? We doing any?
I use lots of different methods to try to help students that learn visually or kinesthetically. I've made enzyme models from pool toys. I've been phosphorylated before, because you put a phosphate on and you're unstable, and so I've taught substrate level phosphorylation by phosphorylating myself by adding a phosphate group like this. I'm not too stable. I would actually have a phosphate written here, and the students get the idea that when you add a phosphate group, the molecule is less stable. I have the students act out difficult processes, and what I found is it has improved their test scores.
She has been instrumental in spearheading our science building, and she has also contributed to the IC agenda and to the PBA committee, plus being a mentor and a food bank advocate. We're real proud of you, Sarah. Thanks.
One of the other things that I think is important in science teaching is to inspire creativity and curiosity about the world. The textbook isn't always the best way to do this. Current events provide opportunities to learn about issues like ethics, and that science is messy sometimes, so it's not just a textbook knowledge-based understanding. I learn more from the students than I think they learn from me sometimes. Teaching is a joy at Mountain View College.
Well, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Great.
I just enrolled here, and what's student life here? What do students do around here?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
Let's go! Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Woo. Everybody just have a good time. Clap. Party rock is in the house tonight. Oh. Everybody just have a good time. I can feel this, and we gon' make you lose your mind. Yeah. We just wanna see you
shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on my jock, huh? Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock, half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yo, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin.
Hey, party rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time. Yeah, and we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Feel it, man. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you.
Every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling. Shuffling.
Step up fast and be the first girl to make me throw this cash. We get mine, don't be mad. Now stop. Hating is bad. One more shot for us, another round. Please fill up my cup, don't mess around. We just wanna see you shaking up. Now you home with me. You're naked now.
Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound. Get up, 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 get up. Put your hands up to the sound, to the sound. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Put your hands up.
I can feel it, man.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on my jock, huh? Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock, half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yo, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Joplin. Hey! Party Rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time. Yeah! And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Let's go! Party Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Feel it, man. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you
shake that.
Shuffle it. Party Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Woo. Everybody just have a good time. Clap. Party Rock is in the house tonight. Oh. Everybody just have a good time. I can feel this. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Yeah. We just wanna see you now.
Put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down. Put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down. Put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound.
Party Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Yet while other students sleep peacefully, Jenny grapples with the phantoms of her greatest childhood fear. Jenny Adams is about to receive a wake-up call from the Library Zone.
Hi! My name is Jenny Adams. You know what? I need to ask you something, please. I'm trying to find a book on Ladybug People Lost Her Sheep, but I cannot find it because this library is so huge.
First of all, let me start by saying that the library is your friend, not your enemy, contrary to popular belief. The library is a wonderful place. It is a little intimidating, but then again, so is a first date or a blind date. I've never had either one of those. But anyway,
you're not listening to me, Miss Lady.
Then if you have any other questions, all you do is go up the elevator, down the elevator, to the left, to the right, circle a 360, then you go directly back 4.3 miles to Janine.
I don't know how to get there. I don't know what 3.4 miles is or what a 360 circle is. I'm only a kid, for heaven's sake. I just play in the sand.
You know what? You could get lost in the library. The library is your friend. It's your friend. The library's just like the Twilight Zone, only smaller.
I want my mommy. Help me! Help me! Oh, please help me! Help me!
Mountain View College is comprised of two campuses, the East Campus and the West Campus. They're connected by both north and south glass-enclosed bridges. The East Campus is immediately recognizable by the flagpoles and the DART buses. The West Campus is recognizable by the long bank of doors and is generally thought to be the main entrance. If a room number begins with W, it's located on the West Campus, and E designates an East Campus location. If the room number is in the 100s, it is located on the middle level of the college, such as W165. Any room number below 100, for example E40, is on a lower level. Room numbers in the 200s, such as W260, are located on the top level of the college. Learning to get around on the college campus is actually a very enjoyable activity, as the college has a lot to enjoy. The exterior of the campus is a nature lover's dream come true, while inside, the campus permanent art collection is well known across the district. A very important area for all new members of the adjunct faculty is human resources, located in E115. It's easily located just down the hall from the president's office and the neon wall. All questions concerning employment begin here, from your initial application, W-4, 19, part-time retirement agreement, sexual harassment policies of the DCCCD, background checks, and so on. Much of this material should already be in your possession, and you are strongly advised to study and become familiar with it. You can also research all DCCCD policies by going to the district website. We would like to strongly emphasize that you pay close attention to the Dallas County Community College District's sexual harassment policies, as well as those dealing with computer usage and copyright laws. Study all the policies governing visitors in the workplace. If you need further clarification of any district policies, don't hesitate to contact the HR office. Failure to follow these guidelines and policies can result in termination. W140 is the room number for the Office of Continuing Education. The on-campus telephone extension is 8612. Another very important area to remember is the campus police, located at W135. The police are located just south of the west or main entrance. The on-campus telephone extension is 8758. Elsewhere in this orientation, we will present a more detailed look at Mountain View College emergency procedures and the campus police. Please take the time to become fully acquainted with them. You've heard it before, and it's true what the experts say. The small business is the engine of America's economy. In fact, this engine has substantial horsepower. Consider a few facts. Small businesses are generally defined as having less than 20 employees. Micro businesses are generally defined as having less than 5. Nearly 9 out of 10 businesses in the U.S. are micro businesses. Nearly 80% of businesses in Dallas are classified as small businesses, employing nearly 40% of the city's workforce. So what's one possibility where small businesses and entrepreneurs can tune up their small business engine? The Entrepreneurial College at Mountain View. Located on the campus of Mountain View College in Dallas, Texas, the Entrepreneurial College is where the budding entrepreneur can find the courses, advice, and guidance so that their small or micro business engine can run at maximum efficiency. Listen to what some of our faculty and students have to say.
I think I needed help in everything. I started my business for a passion, so I really didn't know what I was doing. And the classes, the program really helped me in every aspect of my business.
I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs, although it's a word that we didn't use back then. I know now that we were what you would call entrepreneurs. Although we had been doing it since I was a child, I thought I knew everything. And turns out I didn't know half the stuff that I learned here at Mountain View.
Without education, without the knowledge, it's a guessing game for most small business and entrepreneurs. Many of these small businesses have been struggling without the knowledge that they need in order to manage their business more effectively.
El programa que tomé en Mountain View College me ayudó mucho para entender las cosas que necesitaba para mi negocio, para expandir. Y me ha ayudado tanto que siempre que tengo una oportunidad hablo de este programa a toda la gente que conozco que tienen su propio negocio y lo recomiendo. Es un programa que realmente ayuda a seguir al siguiente nivel de tu negocio para crecer.
I want to be part of that cabinet, that team that helps them be successful over time. And if they have people rooting for them and supporting them in answering those questions and just spending a little bit of time, they can take off. And that's what I want to see them do.
I can reach my dream. I'm coming from a country that sometimes there are many obstacles, but this is the country where I can succeed if I certainly want to and I apply myself. I think that I am ready to become the next Abby Halliday.
The Entrepreneurial College at Mountain View College, making certain that your business engine and that of the country continues to drive to success. It's time to get tooled up for the future. Mountain View College and Kinney Industries have teamed up to provide state-of-the-art training in advanced machining and manufacturing. Graduates find entry-level jobs in manufacturing, oil and gas, aerospace, and more. Training can be completed in 6 months and jobs are waiting to be filled. So earn your machinist certification today. Don't delay. Call or visit us on the web. Mountain View College and the Kinney Institute of Machining Technology. Get tooled up for your future.
Let freedom ring. And I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring.
will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring from the hypergalaxy. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring from the Ocala. Let freedom ring from that freedom. Let freedom ring from Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every field. And let freedom ring from every mountain. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at
It's been a long time coming, but change ain't easy. There's a price to pay for the path we take, but hand in hand we can heal the land and give wings to lives. There are generations at stake. Mountain View family and friends, we are bringing Motown to your town. Please welcome the Mountain View College Dance Company, dancing in the streets.
Myself, I'm loving you and
first show here was Renard the Fox. I played Noble the Lion. The second day of class we had auditions, and I was very surprised to be thrown into it.
And I can't count the times he said, "So-and-so was laying it out there, dude. Did you see it? Wasn't that great?" So I realized while I was writing all this, I thought, you know, he may have been too busy fighting with Chris for all those years to say, "I think you're a genius." Or with Randy to say that. And I think he was shy about those things. It was important for you to know now how he loved and respected all of them. Every one of them.
And I was at one end of the hall, he came out down this end of the hall, and hippie guy, this long-haired hippie guy, barefoot. And as he got closer to me, I noticed that every toenail on his feet was painted a different color. When the rain is blowing in your face, and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong.
I need an oxygen tank.